Everyone, welcome back. Today is May 31st, and, well, Baro is now here in the Strata Relay. Well, we've got DevStream that has come. I wonder what we're going to think about it, but next month is when Jade Shadow is finally going to arrive. I'm definitely waiting. It's been a bit since we've had an update, and I'm looking forward to seeing what new content we have there, as well as the Elemental Rework. Look at all of these names. Holy crap. I don't think I've ever really paid attention to that. Anyways, let's see what Baro has. Noggle Statue Octavia, I don't think that even really counts as new because I already have it owned, right? So we've probably had a drop from elsewhere for some other thing in the past. Prime Continuity, a pretty mandatory mod for most builds. I'd strongly recommend picking this up if you've never done it before. We have no alternative mods that give 55% in one slot. Even the best, like arcane mods, I think bolt efficiency is only 36%. And has awkward conditions like still having shields. Primorphic Transformer. This is a little bit niche. I don't think any content specifically wants this right now. But if you like spamming Railjack Archwing content, which usually you don't spend much time outside, you go into objectives or you're on the Railjack, but this is here. Technically can also help the Elytron nuke in Plague Star, but we have many ways to kill the infested in the final stage, so I mean, collect it if you want. Hydro Mortal skin is available here if you want it. I'm not very fond of his base skin, nor am I fond of this pattern, so I personally would skip. You have a Ki'Teer Raza Dana that looks like that on the back. Actually, this one has pretty nice textures and should color quite well. Redeemer Elixir skin, another one from the Elixir series, rather ceremonial looking, very high quality textures, high resolution on them. If you wanted something that suits your fashion frame quite well, this might be up for the task. It is available once again. Prisma Obex. So this is another family of weapons from the acid shell stuff. Like, I believe it's called Entropy Detonation. The problem is that augment for this specific weapon requires ground finishers and not just melee kills. It's also only 25% base damage, I think, and magnetic. So it's awkward to make it work. I mostly consider this just fun weapons closer towards MR fodder rather than something practical. I did have a good use out of it out of a Nova video, which I could probably check down in the description if you want to use it that way, since it does taxi into Molecular Prime. Valkyr Wraith, I hunt with this. I would not recommend hunting with this. That's the TLDR. It's a funny status stick if you want to get away with that and pretty solid headshot damage, but these days I think Sporothrix, with its new augment from the previous Nightwave, performs quite a bit better. Glaring Sigil. It would be on your chest, but you can't see it because I have a chest piece blocking it. I'm sorry. Eminence, the color palette that Ki'Teer brings back again. If you want to pretend you're Mr. Freeze, well, you got the Atmos Oculus available this week. We have Gorgon Tosin skin, which, I mean, Neja's lore, if you like that. We have Bronze Cube Robust, which is another decoration for your Orbiter, and in your Dojo, if you want to use that. Primed Animal Instinct. Now, if you don't have this yet, I would strongly recommend picking this up because it is very, very solid quality of life, especially because we even have our built-in radar. So if you could find a way to slot it on companion builds, which I'd say most of the time we still do these days, that buffs your loot radar all the way up to 85 and your enemy radar to 63. So just very, very comfortable without needing to dedicate any actual Warframe mods to it. Glaring Emblem for your shoulders. It looks like that. It projects out. As always, Domestic Ki'Teer Drone too. If you want to put this in your, well, Orbiter and lag out people's games when you choose to invite them over, it is there. It's kind of cute. The whole Mulciber collection is available here. The Necromech-inspired armor. I don't really like the knee plate stuff. The arms are kind of okay, but I think the main one that I enjoy the most, the chest plate, actually kind of cool. Kind of looks like, you know, from Fortuna, or it gives me kind of like welder inspired vibes. But yeah, the legs I'm not as fond of. Void Trader palette is here once again too as well. We got our Noggle statue with Era, and then Ultra Sentinel tail. Why is it just the tail piece this time? I know we got wings, I think 2 Baros ago, but if you'd like it, it is available now. Prime Shotgun Ammo Mutation. Not really needed. Vigilante Supplies exists, but if you for some reason need better ammo economy, like maybe a comb, then you could use this. That's only really the one that comes to mind. Sweeping Serration. Cool. But Yeah, that's about it. Also drops her Eidolons, a little bit niche. I don't know of any particular shotgun that really wants this right now. Like those main slash shotguns I can think of is Convectrix, which doesn't need it. I don't remember if Colm is considered a shotgun, but it doesn't really need this either. You have Strun Incarnon, but that thing is 50% slash by default, so you don't really need this either, and it hits super duper hard, but it is there if you want to grab it. It is also dirt cheap to trade from other people for platinum. So if you want to save your ducats for something better, you can go that route. Prova Vandal is here. Now, this is one of those interesting weapons because it is one of the only weapons in the game that can force proc electric, which, hey, you know what melee? Arcane loves electric procs. Melee influence. Now, you might have seen me showcase this one specifically in my Gauss Zero Forma Infinite Damage Melee Nuke. I'll actually have that pinned down in the description as well. This was the weapon I used in that video, and this is literally the best forced proc electric weapon for that tool while gaining access to full armor strip and burning everything to death to explode and detonate them in one hit. Oh, that scared me. Yo, Kalengus, thanks for the follow. Welcome. But that is what Baro brought this week. Your typical Sands of Inaros quest, blueprints, as well as a Fate Path Ephemera. Of course, if you show up with the Prime, there will be the Lost Signal escort mission item too as well. That's what Baro has brought on this May 31st to Warframe on the Strata Relay. Do stay tuned. I'm definitely going to be uploading stuff for when Jade Shadow drops. Otherwise, well, a like and subscribe always helps out the channel. Or better yet, feel free to stop by on our Twitch. We do still stream every single day, but it has been a fair bit of variety lately. I'll see you all around, and thanks for tuning in this time.